Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are learning how to read Python tracebacks and fix errors inside your IDE using simple code examples. So if you see a red error like this in your terminal, do not panic. An error message is not telling you that you are a bad programmer. It is just a friendly map that shows you where to fix your code. Let's look at this first example in the editor here. So here I have this program, and let me first clear the terminal and run the program. So it runs fine, and let me uncomment the problem area. Let's uncomment this print statement and run the program. So you can see when we run this code, we get a red error message. The most important rule is to read your terminal from the very bottom line first. So if you see an error, go to the bottom line, the last line, and then start from there. So read from here, the very bottom line. So the bottom line tells us the exact error. So the error is type error, unsupported operand types for int and string. str is string. So above that line, vscode gives us a clickable link. So if you click it, command click in your Mac or control click, just click it and it will jump to line 7. So it is just that easy. So click that link, clicking that takes us right to the line number 7 here, or any other line where the error is, showing that we tried to add a number and a string together. So you can see the calculate total is a method. It accepts 2 arguments or parameters, and we are passing a string and an integer. So you cannot add a string and an integer. So that's the bug there. So this is how you go and fix the error. So you then know now how to fix this. So now if you run the program, it is going to work fine. So this is how you fix it. So now let's go and look at our second example here, which is an example of key error and missing dictionary keys. So you see here we have this print command. So I'm going to uncomment this and run this so we can simulate that a different type of error. So when we run this, again you have to look at the bottom of the stack trace, or this trace here, error here, and it tells us that indentation error, unindent does not match any other indentation level. This is entirely a different error. So you can see here, you can click to the command click or control click, it takes us to the line number 720 and fix that error, and these are other formatting errors, so we can ignore it for now. So let's run the program and we get the actual error. So the bottom line says, so go to the last line as I said before. So it says key error email. This tells us that the key named email does not exist in our dictionary. Let's go back to so control click and it goes to the line number 17, and we are calling this. So when we say print of get user email, and you are passing this key user profile, but this method returns the email as the profile of key. Email is the key, and let's see the profile dictionary has email or not. So this is the user profile dictionary. It does not have the email key. So that's why we get this key error. So you can see how we went to the last line, we clicked on the error line, the location where the error is, and then we went and read the section of the code. So that's how we fix it. So if you use a valid dictionary, or sometimes you might have a typo here or anything. So now if you run the program, it goes to the right key that exists and then gets the value, QA tester. So we fixed that error. So now let's move on to the next example, which is the phantom syntax error. So let me uncomment this print statement here and run this code. So again, what is the error here? Go to the last line and you see there is a syntax error the open parenthesis or the open bracket does not have a matching closing bracket. So that's how you go and fix the skin syntax error. So now if we run this program, that error is gone. So finally, let's look at this, the last so you can now even uncomment this method because we fixed the error now. So when we call the print of check status, it is going to print this checking status. Let's run the code. So you can see checking status, and then the status is active. So if the status is active, it returns true. So that's good. Now let's look at the next demo, which is a interesting one. So let's learn how to use vscode debugger. So how to debug the code using breakpoints. If you are using IntelliJ, you just right click on this or any other option. So it's also available here. So breakpoints are when you want to pause the script at that location and then analyze what are the variables or the state of the program. The app.py, so you click on it and then jump to line 40. So there is an error, there is some issue on this line. So you might even put a breakpoint here, or even further, even before coming to this line, for example. So click here anywhere on the particular line number where you want to debug. So usually you put the breakpoint before where the issue actually happens. So the error is actually in the line at line 40. So you might want to keep a breakpoint at line 37 or anywhere before that. So we added a breakpoint here. Now let's run the Python debugger. So you have to not simply run the file, then it won't stop at the breakpoint. So you have to run it in the debug mode. So Python debugger is here. So what happens now is the program runs, but it's going to come and stop at line number 37. And you see all this the side window open, and you'll see the run and debug section and watch section and call stack, and you see the breakpoints in the program in our code. So you see all these important details on the left hand side. So you can see open the variables section to see the local variables and the global all the global variables. So local variables, you see the items 10, 20, 30, 40. So you can see these buttons: step over, continue to the rest of the lines. So it is going to stop in the next breakpoint. Or if you want to go line by line, you can click this. So it's going to the next line, and you can see what is the total. Total is still 0. So that is how you debug. So it is going to add. So total is 10 now. So you're going to add this string to the number 30. So you can see here, even it displays the value here, total 30. So let's do that. So there you go. That's where the type error occurs. So it says you cannot add an integer and a string. That's how you read your messages from the bottom up, and these breakpoints will save you time. So if this video helped you, please click the subscribe button and leave a comment below, and happy coding.